I think I think these guys did a really good job of dealing with the curveball that was given to us. I mean, I think we're on the same level playing field with everybody else in the country, and we've done a really good job of adapting to that. And kind of our goal in the fall was just to get better every day. And until we got really shut down by COVID, they were doing a really good job of coming in the gym and getting better. And I think they just continue to do that. We're dealing with a couple little injuries. It was really hard for these guys to get full workouts in over Christmas, and we're just trying to get everybody healthy for Sunday. But so far, so good. I'm real happy with what they're doing. Leadership is really good, and two of these are a big part of that.
You know, aside from obviously Kerstin and Holly, you have a lot of newcomers this year, and having that fall to prepare them for a season in the spring. How different was that for you as a coach to prepare them?
Yeah, it was different. I think we felt like we had more time with the freshmen for sure, and they're a good group in the group that they had to replace, which was a good group as well. So I think we do feel comfortable. I think the issue that we're really dealing with is we don't know how good we are just because we haven't seen another team on the other side of the net. We got to scrimmage against Western on Saturday, and that went really well. But I think we know our freshmen are talented, but we really just want to start competing with them.
The first competition on Sunday now against Regis, tough competition with Regis. What do you know about them?
We know they're number 5 in the country. It's a preseason ranking. I know their last match was the national semifinal, so it's a successful program. They are replacing 5 of their 6 starters. So we know one of their outside hitters, Caitlin Burroway, who's a really good attacker, who was all conference. Might have been All-American, but she's a really good player. So it's going to be a challenge, but I also feel that if we come out aggressive and handle the things that we control on our side of the net, it's going to be a good day.
Questions?
Girls, I mean, it is weird. You know, you guys usually toward the tail end of your season, you're butting up against basketball, and now you're the one coming in kind of in the middle of theirs. You're used to being here early in the school year. How did you just kind of deal with that?
I feel like everyone has just been kind of going with the flow, figuring it out as it goes. No one really had an expectation for when season would start, so we're just taking advantage of the fact that we got to play all fall before we go right into season.
Just kind of flipped things?
Yeah.
What have you kind of seen from the other teams that have been competing that might help you guys going into the season? Okay, you got to be ready at any minute, or we're not playing tonight.
I think kind of back to just going with the flow and just like keep working hard, because even if our game doesn't get canceled, then we have a great opportunity, or if not, it's just another chance for us to stay in the gym and keep playing.
And I would just emphasize the point, they've been very good about not complaining. It is what it is. We got shut down on, around Halloween because of COVID, and it just is what it is. We just got to deal with it and just be the best we can at the next time we get an opportunity. And they've all done a really good job, kept really positive attitudes. Our freshmen have been great, considering that they haven't had a chance to compete. So it's actually been a fairly pleasant experience with the group that we've had.
With the lack of stuff that's going on, really, recruiting has been the only thing that we've been able to talk about. How is recruiting gone?
You guys have to ask Holly a question too, but I can answer that one. So honestly, I think am I allowed to say the NCAA made a mistake? Yankee, can I say that on the record? I think they pulled the trigger too quickly on the seniors not losing eligibility, honestly, just because it's going to trickle down for the next 3 or 4 years recruiting. So it's actually made it very difficult. But we've actually got 2 commitments from the class of 2021 that we really like, 2 physical kids that could play on either pin that are going to help us, I think, day one. So under the circumstances, I think we've done really well. But it's the other thing is we don't need to replace anybody really until the fall of 22. And that's a long way away. So it's just really slowed down the recruiting process. And I see the NCAA's made a mistake because it's really hard on those seniors. The class of 21, the class of 22, it's going to trickle down to. And it's just, for them to find a home, it's just going to be very difficult. And there's going to be a lot of good recruits out there that can't find a home.
See, Holly, on the floor, what are you seeing from this team, and as you guys excited? Because there are some holes that you've had to fill, but you've got everybody for at least 2 years now.
Yeah, on the court, it's been really good. I feel like we've had really good defense that has helped fill like gaps of losing some strong attackers that we had. But I feel like with the incoming class that we have and all of the people that were already on our team, we've all done a really good job of filling the gaps of the seniors that were gone and taking that place, making it hard for him to find a starting lineup because we're doing a really good job of just being super athletic and dynamic and just working really hard. So
What have you seen from this group? Because it's going to be a little, it's different every year. Once you lose people, but from last year to this year.
I mean, you guys have seen us play the last couple of years. We've been very strong in the middle. I think we're still going to be very competitive. I still think we can compete for championships. But I think the big key, and going back to what Holly says, we're just going to be more balanced. We're going to be better defensively. We're going to be better on the pins. We're just going to be better overall in all areas. Our middles are still strong, but we're replacing 2 All-Americans, so it's going to take some time. But I think the balance is the big key. That I think we're getting better everywhere else. We really like our freshman setters. They're doing a great job. So yeah, we're pretty pleased with everything that's going on.
Does the getting the extra year of eligibility actually help that way? Because you are kind of breaking in a lot of young kids and finding new middles?
Not necessarily with this group. I think it's more, I mean, it really doesn't affect us until the fall of 21 because we get to keep Maddie and Era. Do we want to keep those 2?
No.
Yeah, we're not sure we even like to. Actually, we love Maddie and Era, so we're excited that we get to keep them for an extra year. We get to keep these 2 for an extra year. So we like that fact. So from the NCAA standpoint there, we really like it. It just makes it hard on the recruiting side of things. But yeah, it does give us a little bit more time. No one loses eligibility this spring. We feel that we have a little bit more freedom to try people in different spots, to experiment. But at the end of the day, we want to compete for a championship. The RMAC is holding a championship, and we want to compete for it.
Coach mentioned you didn't know where you guys stand because you haven't played against anybody else. How excited are you guys? Can you quantify what this season's going to mean to you to finally get back on the court and play somebody else other than teammates at practice?
I think we're all really looking forward to it, but mostly just being more grateful for each season because every season we've entered, you never expect that your season is just going to be over. So now we've had that experience where we didn't get a chance to play, so now we're just grateful to be able to be out on the court and play someone who isn't ourselves.
yeah. I think she said that well.
Holly, you just need to pick up the mic quicker.
I know, I was about to, but she was like,
Grab you.
Just hold it.
All right, question of the week.
Okay, if you could have a walk-up song when you're introduced, what would it be and why?
You can go first.
this is why I don't want to go first because I don't know yet.
Coach?
Yeah, what would be your walk-up song?
I think with the recent passing of Eddie Van Halen, it would have to be a Van Halen song. But one of is Drop Dead Legs appropriate? Have you ever heard that song, Patty?
Probably, but I don't know.
Yeah. I was a big Van Halen fan back in the day, and yeah, just with his passing recently, it's just kind of reignited that. So it'd probably be one of the Van Halen songs. It'd be hard for me to pick. Jump would be appropriate for volleyball. So let's go with that one.
All right, Holly, let's go.
Oh my gosh. I can't think of like a specific song right now, but I can think of like, I would want like a rap song that's like super, talking about like, oh my gosh. I can't even think. Kurt, you have a song, I know it.
I would do Shuffle because then you never know what you're going to get, kind of like me. I'm just kind of full of surprises.
Shuffle?
Shuffle. Any song.
Wow. Coach, go ahead.
Actually, we don't like her to be shuffle. We like the consistent that she brings to the floor. So.
Got any ideas for me? Come on.
M&M was Mickey's.
That was Mickey.
That was a good one. Yeah.
Lose yourself.
Lose yourself. Yeah.
Pick one song. Any song.
It's like all of a sudden I don't know any songs.
Yeah.
Lose Yourself. Perfect. That's the one.